So I was 1/3 naked, wondering why anybody ever confides anything in me, ever. This is my face, resting existential crisis face. Apparently, this is also the face that people confide in, people tell things to, people talk about other people to, generally when they're not in the same room. I started the afternoon clothed in a waiting room, and a seemingly reasonable nurse brought me back. And first she seemed very cheerful. She took me to get my weight, and then when she was done, she was going to take me into the room in which I was going to have a pap smear. So I followed her to the door, and as I get there, I see that there is a child in a seat, swinging her legs, maybe 9 years old. And the seemingly reasonable nurse says, "It's take your kid to work day." And after a beat too long, she says, "Oh, she won't be here for that part." So I sit down, she takes my temperature, does the blood pressure, asks me the usual questions, when was your last period? Do you think that you might be pregnant? I'm 100% lesbian, not at all. But what I said out loud was, "Not that I know of." Immediate regret, because she said to me, "Oh, you know those TV shows where somebody can be 9 months pregnant and not know it? That was me." She wasn't on the TV show, but that was her. And then she said, in a lower voice, "I think that's why my daughter and I aren't close. We didn't have that bonding period." And I thought that this is the second time that this woman has forgotten that her child is near her person. I'm an excellent conversationalist, so I said, then, after a moment too long, she said, "Oh, not that, daughter." So, presumably, this woman has another daughter who, and I'm just guessing here, she's probably never taken to work. There is no way to end this monologue, so I very pointedly picked up the paper towel-like garment that I would be wearing, and I thought that the pelvic exam was going to be the most uncomfortable part of my afternoon. I picked this up and I said, "It's time for this part." And she said, pointing to the stirrups, "Yes, you're gonna be a cowgirl." And then she left. And after a beat too long, her daughter followed after her. Thank you.